Coming up on Citrus TV News, the Syracuse Police Department has released all the details on last month's fatal accident, why the district attorney isn't pressing charges against Jim Boeheim.
And President Trump's ex-campaign chief is getting sentenced to prison. How long will Paul Manafort serve charges for tax and bank fraud?
And a Chinese telecom giant is suing the U.S. government. Hear their case on why Congress is violating its own constitution. Citrus TV News starts right now.
This is Citrus TV News live at 6, your campus news leader.
Onondaga County District Attorney William Fitzpatrick says that no crimes were committed in the death of Jorge Jimenez last month. Good evening, I'm Zach Lang.
And I'm Lilia Wood. SU's men's basketball coach Jim Boeheim won't face any charges. Syracuse basketball coach has officially been cleared of all charges in the February 20th car crash that left one dead. The Onondaga County District Attorney released a detailed report on the accident today. The report said that both Boeheim and Albert Briones, the other car driver, were each traveling well over the speed limit when they crashed. The DA said that neither driver would get a speeding ticket given the circumstances, saying that this was, quote, a tragic accident.
Junior ROTC candidates are training with the Syracuse University ROTC today. Nearly 100 high school students are participating in fitness competitions, plan events, and meet with SU's ROTC members and leaders. This is SU's second year hosting Central New York's annual JROTC event.
And a local dog rescue is getting a new home. Citrus TV reporter Amber McElrath spoke to a director at the shelter, and the dogs had a little bit to say too.
Helping Hounds is located near the Shoppingtown Mall in DeWitt. At least for now. Just like the dogs in their shelter, Helping Hounds is about to get a new home.
It's been something we've been planning for a while so that we could have a bigger facility to better accommodate the services that we provide.
The current focus is on fundraising so they can completely renovate the new building.
The funds that we are currently acquiring are to renovate the new space so that it meets our needs, so that we can have the kennels, the permanent kennels, so that we can have allocated space for training and community outreach. We could have adequate office space. We could have proper laundry equipment and bathing equipment, things of that nature.
If you're interested in getting in your car and driving to their new location, their new home is a former Air Force base in Cicero, and they're planning to move in by the fall.
We're all very excited. This has been something that's a long time coming, and we're very proud of our 10 years of growth, both in our programs as well as our stability in the community.
Helping Hounds is also expanding their services to help our furry friends. They plan to continue the adoption program, but also start respite care and humane education programs. I'm Amber McElrath, Citrus TV.
Thank you, Amber. The average time from a dog's arrival to their adoption is 8 days, unlike Helping Hounds, which has been in the community for 10 years.
Hancock International Airport reported this morning that all of its flights will remain on schedule despite yesterday's winter storm.
As you can see, security lines are filling up quickly as students join other passengers flying out of Syracuse.
SU is offering free shuttles from Shine Student Center to Hancock and the Regional Transportation Center from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. today and tomorrow. And now Adam Sperling is here to give us more updates on traveling out of Syracuse for spring break. Adam?
Yeah, thanks, Zach. More good news all around. I'm not expecting any delays anytime this weekend. Let's take a look right now, though. It's about 20 degrees here in Syracuse. Winds are low right now. They're going to be staying low overnight, and it's also going to be a dry evening. Now, let's take a look at our spring break travel weather. Friday, I'm going to call as our best day for travel. I'm heading back to Long Island tomorrow, and I'd recommend anyone who has the choice to go tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit colder, high of 35, low of 15, but it's going to be a safe travel day all day, dry and calm. Now, Saturday, we're going to be seeing a little bit higher temperatures, high of 38, low of 30. It's going to be dry early in the day, but by 10 p.m., we are going to be seeing some rain and some wind as well. Sunday is going to be our warmest day of the weekend, but we are also going to be seeing a lot of rain and a lot of winds. So I'm going to say avoid traveling Sunday if possible, but again, I'm not expecting any delays. In my full weather forecast, I'll be letting you know what you need to know if you're staying on campus over spring break. Zach, Lilia?
Thanks, Adam. The Citizens Review Board for the City of Syracuse will be hosting a meeting this evening at City Hall Commons. The board will address issues surrounding the Syracuse Police Department and will allow for citizens to state their grievances. The board serves to independently investigate complaints against the Syracuse Police Department. And an update on the I-81 Viaduct project will be presented tomorrow at the city's Center of Excellence. Attendees will be prepared to analyze the New York State Department of Transportation's draft statement. When the statement is released, the public will have a chance to comment on it online or in writing. Common Councilor Joe Driscoll says tomorrow's meeting will be interesting for people to understand when they need to comment. Driscoll will be one of the presenters tomorrow.
And West Genesee School District parents are speaking up for a bus driver who they say was forced into retirement. Bus drivers have voiced their support for now retired driver Michael Barnes, who was on duty when an unauthorized person boarded the school bus. Parents feel Barnes was forced to leave his position following the incident and feel the incident was not his fault. An Onondaga committee member has resigned following racist posts to his social media accounts. Mark Schnurr, a volunteer for the Cicero Police Department and executive member of the Onondaga Conservative Party, posted homophobic, racist, anti-Muslim, and misogynistic comments to his personal Facebook page. Schnurr resigned Wednesday, apologizing for the racist and inappropriate posts.
And a new bill on tobacco products was passed by the New York State Assembly. The bill makes selling of tobacco products and e-cigarettes to anyone under the age of 21 illegal. The law will take effect about 4 months after Governor Cuomo signs it into law. The bill is one of the latest attempts by the New York State Senate to implement tobacco control. And Governor Cuomo is launching a new initiative to educate citizens on private policies on the web. It comes after reports of Facebook abusing users' private information. The New York State of Consumer Protection will begin an analysis of private policies on the app Venmo, as well as other apps in the future. Cuomo hopes that the initiative will help users stay on alert on the internet and not become victims of fraud and other scams.
Coming up on Citrus TV News, tornado cleanup continuing in the Deep South, how areas of Alabama and Georgia are moving on after the tragedy.
And major travel delays in France and the UK, why strikers are holding up border crossings in Western Europe. Citrus TV News will be right back.
Leaving hot coals improperly extinguished can cause a wildfire.
Hey guys, it's Smokey!
It looks as if Smokey is going to use the drown, stir, drown and feel technique. After the first drown, a good stir. Next, another drink. And finally, a close feel.
Is it cool? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Smokey, catch! Oh, my bad, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Most party fouls are pretty dumb. But if you decide to drink and drive underage, you could lose your license and your freedom. Underage drinking and driving. The ultimate party foul.
They'll test you. Try to break your will. But however loud the loudness gets, however many cheese puffs may fly, you're the driver, the one in control. Stand firm. Just wait. And move only when you hear the click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
If you see news happening on campus, in Syracuse, or across the nation, call the Citrus TV Newsroom, 315-443-1177, or tweet at Citrus TV News, your campus news leader.
Paul Manafort's sentencing hearing is happening right now. According to CNN, Judge T.S. Ellis rejected Manafort's request for a reduced sentence today.
President Trump's former campaign chairman was found guilty last year of 8 felony crimes. Manafort could face up to 24 years in prison for his crimes.
Judge Ellis said that Manafort's sentence is not related to the special counsel's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 elections.
A Florida court convicted an ex-police officer for a fatal shooting of a black musician.
Newman Raja is facing life in prison for manslaughter and attempted murder. Raja shot and killed Corey Jones in 2015. Jones was waiting for help after his car broke down. Prosecutors say Raja was on duty but identified himself.
Jones believes Raja was trying to rob him and pulled a handgun in self-defense. Palm Beach Gardens fired Raja less than a month after the shooting. Raja's sentencing is next month.
Alabama and Georgia are trying to recover after deadly tornadoes in the southeast earlier this week.
Both states started to clean up efforts today. Alabama officials say all people reported missing are now accounted for. The current death toll stands at 23.
Funeral homes have started hosting services for the victims, and 2 major corporations are privately covering the funeral costs. And today, the House of Representatives has voted on a resolution condemning anti-Semitism. The vote was initially postponed, but the House has passed a revised version of the proposal 427 to 23.
Citrus TV correspondent Michael Furnari is here to tell us about the resolution and the freshman congressman at the center of it all.
A condemnation of bigotry might not seem controversial, but there's a political conflict bubbling beneath the surface of the resolution Congress just passed. A measure to condemn anti-Semitism was put forward in the wake of controversial remarks by freshman Congressman Ilhan Omar. Omar received criticism for a tweet from 2012 that read, quote, "May Allah awaken the people and help them see the evil doings of Israel," end quote. While Omar has apologized and since deleted the tweet, she was subject of criticism again after she made more controversial comments last month. Now, despite criticism from Democrat leadership, many in the progressive base have sided with Representative Omar, which brings us to where we are now. So the bill that the House voted on today was originally supposed to solely cover anti-Semitism, but instead it included measures suggested by the Hispanic Caucus and the Black Caucus. Now, the people we're seeing here on the green screen are Chuck Schumer, Ted Deutsch, and Bill de Blasio. They are prominent leaders. 2 of the 3 happen to be Jewish, and they were pretty stern in their condemnations of Omar's remarks, and they argued that anti-Semitism can kind of stand on its own, and that the measure should have been put forward as it stood originally in order to kind of give a broader condemnation, while these other leaders here, Pelosi, Cortez, and Gillum, kind of represent that younger, more diverse wing of the Democrat Party. Now, the conflict over this issue has some wondering whether this is indicative of the larger split between younger minority candidates and older, predominantly white party leaders. Democrats do not have a clear consensus for support on Israel, and in upcoming elections, it remains to be seen which side of the issue Democrat voters will support. Zach and Lilia, back to you.
Thank you, Michael. The Chinese telecommunications company Huawei is suing the United States government over bans that prohibit agencies from buying their equipment.
Congress included the ban in the 2019 National Defense Authorization Act. The U.S. government has alleged that Huawei is closely involved with the Chinese government, which could result in spying.
Huawei claims that the ban violates the Constitution. They've also denied allegations of involvement with the Chinese government.
People traveling between the United Kingdom and France this week are facing major delays due to strikes involving Brexit.
French border officials staged no-deal border checks as an example of how Brexit will affect travels between 2 countries. Eurostar passengers face more questions at passport control than usual, as well as longer security checks.
Some trains have also been delayed by hours due to the strike. The UK is expected to depart from the European Union on March 29th.
And coming up, Adam Sperling has your full weather forecast. When will we finally get a spring warm-up in central New York?
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean.
I made it.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where the cats go on vacation? New York.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. I'm Adam Sperling. Let's take a look at the weather right here in Syracuse. It's 19 degrees right now. The sun has set. Winds are going to be staying low overnight. They're low now. They will remain low. It's also going to be dry overnight. Let's take a wider look into central New York temperatures. Rochester and Elmira are our highs at 23 degrees. It's not very high, I know. Lower, Penn, Binghamton at 22, Ithaca 21. Syracuse is our low right now at 19. Let's take a quick look at our 5-day forecast. Nope. Over here. Friday is going to be 35 degrees as our high. Saturday is going to be 38, low of 30. Those are going to be your 2 travel days if you're planning on going home for spring break. Sunday is going to be a no for that. It's going to be a high of 47, low of 33, but we are going to be seeing some rain a lot of the day. Monday, we are going to be seeing a wintry mix, which means some rain, some snow. Tuesday, no precipitation, but it is going to be very windy and fairly cold. Now, if you are staying in Syracuse for spring break, know that Wednesday you're going to be seeing a high of 40 degrees and some sun. Thursday, you're going to be seeing a high of 50 and some rain. And Friday, it's going to be a high of 51. That's one above Thursday. Zach, Lilia, back to you.
Thank you so much, Adam. With St. Patrick's Day coming up, students are preparing for different Irish dance performances around the city. But 2 local girls are eyeing a more international stage. Citrus TV reporter Leonza Reyes tells us how their story and how it takes more than just the luck of the Irish to win a dance competition.
It might be a quiet and cold winter, but the Johnson School of Irish Dance is loud and proud as dance practice is underway. Here, 2 local girls are preparing to dance in the upcoming World Irish Dancing Championships. From dancing with weights in her pockets and practicing with both hard shoes and soft shoes, 15-year-old Sophia Hatch Johnston says she's been practicing for about 12 hours a week since Thanksgiving.
I would just say going home and practicing on your own and not just at class, and really working for your dream. I just keep doing it even though sometimes it's been harder, but then I realized I just love it so much I could never quit.
Dance teacher and school founder Ann Johnson Sullivan has been supervising the practices on top of other Irish dance classes and her day job as an accountant. She says the competitors need to prove their skill until the very end of the competition.
You have to be the one at the end, before you bow, with still having the strength and the power, and that's the kids that go to the Worlds, the ones that have the power to the very end, through the whole entire routine.
Johnson Sullivan says the girls practice every day, with even private lessons on Wednesdays, but the coach says it will benefit them, hopefully, in the long run.
I think it's fantastic for when they're older and they go to job interviews and they, meeting people. A guy comes up to ask you to the prom, you got it going on. They have poise, they have posture, they have confidence. I just think it's great for them.
For these 2 girls competing at the World Championships, they got to make sure they give it all they got to give a little bounce in their step.
The World Championships begin in a little more than a month, in mid-April in Greensboro, North Carolina. But until then, the show must go on. Leonza Reyes, Citrus TV News.
Thanks, Leonza. This is not the first time that the Johnson School has qualified for the Worlds, but this is the first time the U.S. is hosting the competition since 2013.
And the national clothing chain Charlotte Russe is going out of business. The company filed for bankruptcy last month, and yesterday it was decided that it would close its 512 stores nationwide. Charlotte Russe's online shop closed today, and going out of business sales have started in all of their locations.
And coming up in sports, it's conference tournaments galore for Syracuse athletics. I've got the latest on the women's basketball and women's ice hockey team's postseason runs right after this.
Hey, look, it's those guys.
Get some drinks!
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be?
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
What are you, superheroes?
Just four brothers who hate bullies and love this city.
Gear up, guys.
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. I'm Adam Unger. Syracuse women's basketball played its first game of the ACC tournament earlier today. The Orange finished 5th in the ACC in the regular season, which led them to a first-round bye. And their first matchup of the gauntlet in Greensboro was against 12th-seeded Virginia, a team that Syracuse narrowly beat in the regular season. And the Orange got it done against the Cavaliers once again, 67-57. Jocelyn Willoughby led all scorers with 19 points for Virginia, but SU proved too much to handle for the Wahoos. Syracuse took an 11-point lead into the locker room after shooting 54% from behind the arc in just the first half. 4 Syracuse players scored in double figures, and Tiana Mangakahia says that takes pressure off her.
I didn't have a great game. I had a couple turnovers and stuff. But, you know, it's always good when everyone's contributing to the game and everyone's, you know, giving what they bring to the table. And I think that really helps us no matter who we play and no matter how I'm playing or what I'm doing. Like, if everyone comes to the game prepared and ready, like, we can win.
And the offense is going to have to kick it up a notch tomorrow against Miami. The Hurricanes are 16th in the AP poll and beat the Orange by 13 the last time they met in the Carrier Dome in January. Tip-off for that game is at 11 a.m. on Friday. And that might be the only ACC tournament right now, but it's not the only tournament for Syracuse. The women's ice hockey team is in Buffalo for the College Hockey America tournament. They took on the Lindenwood Lions yesterday, the bottom seed of the entire conference. Syracuse had swept Lindenwood in all 4 games in the regular season and make it 5 for the Orange. They ended the Lions season with a 4-1 victory on Wednesday evening. All 4 Syracuse goals came in the second period. Colgate transfer Ananda Hopner was the only Orange player with multiple points in the contest, and the defense was lights out for SU as well. Senior Maddie Welsh only had to make 11 saves all game long. So the Orange will take that momentum to the ice tonight against Mercyhurst. SU and the Lakers split the regular season series, but Syracuse won both matchups in February, whereas Mercyhurst wins were back in October. Puck drop is at 7 p.m. And the Syracuse softball team is off the hill again this weekend, just like they have been all season. Syracuse kicks off the Colorado State Classic against Wagner tomorrow. Junior pitcher Alexa Romero is a Colorado native who's slated to pitch in at least 2 games this weekend. Romero has 19 strikeouts on the season, 13 of which came in a shutout performance against Seattle last weekend. And even though it's been nothing but road games for the Orange, it'll be a hometown crowd for Romero.
Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of family and a lot of my friends, and where we're playing now, I have a ton of friends that go there from high school, so, and around there, it's like another school my friends go there as well, and it's like a 30-minute drive, so
everyone's going to be there for me and for the team.
So now off the mound and onto the turf, Adam, I know the Premier Lacrosse League has scheduled that their college draft for April 22nd. What does this mean for some of the Syracuse players currently playing here?
Well, now you're going to start to see an AFL, NFL kind of situation for these kids because there's the Premier Lacrosse League and there's Major League Lacrosse. And the PLL offers a lot more benefits to its players, and no college player is going to have to pick someone until their college eligibility is up. But there are only 4 rounds in the PLL draft, so it's slimmer pickings for them compared to the MLL.
And then who do you want to be drafted?
Well, I think Nick Mellon is a given. He's one of the best defenders, if not the best defender in the entire country. I'd love to see him match up against somebody like Kevin Rice, a former Syracuse alum, or someone like Paul Rabel, the founder of the league as well.
All right, now, I know you're a fan of one of the teams. Can you elaborate a little bit on the Archers?
So the Archers have orange and blue, which led me to think initially, before the rosters came out, that it was going to be Syracuse Alumni Central. Now, the only one on the Archers is Kevin Rice, an attack that played here just a couple years ago, one of the all-time leaders in points. He didn't wear number 22, while he was here at Syracuse, but he wears it in the pros now, and he's got a heck of a lineup all around him as well, including Tom Schreiber, one of the founders of the league, and Adam Gittleman in goal, Scott Ratliff on defense, It's going to be a heck of a time for the Archers.
Gotta love those orange connections. Thanks, Adam.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Here we go. We're going to go out there in the rain. It's going to get wet. All right, here we go. Okay, quick. Oh, yeah. Yes. So much fun. Mwah. Yeah, we're getting so wet.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. Now, a galaxy far, far away is coming to California and Florida, and I honestly might cry. Disney announced that their Star Wars park expansion, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, will open in Disneyland on May 31st and in Disney World on August 29th.
The 14-acre experience features 2 new rides, including one where you fly to Millennium Falcon. Galaxy Edge also includes a cantina, which will be the first time Disneyland has sold alcohol in California Park.
Now, I gotta say, I'm going to Disney World actually next week, and I am very sad that this park is not going to be open.
Yeah, well, you changed your tie, so clearly you're a big fan of Star Wars.
Understatement. Now, Lilia, I gotta ask, what's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Okay, I've never watched any Star Wars movie, but I'm excited for the park.
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on. Wait, what?
I've never seen any of them.
You've never seen a Star Wars movie?
No, I can't tell you one thing except like Yoda's green.
Well, hopefully we can take a field trip there. That's all the time we have for you tonight. Make sure to follow Citrus TV News on Twitter and Facebook for 24/7 coverage in the 315. Thanks for watching. I'm Zach Lang.
And I'm Lilia Wood. Thanks for watching, Syracuse.